Nah, that was well said, Bronco.
Um, I believe that you might feel like you're doing your kids a service of staying together to show them a nuclear family, but I think realistically you're just showing them a dysfunctional family.
Live action.
Yeah.
Two people that are acting like they're good with each other, they're living underneath the same roof, they're probably not really communicating. You can tell that they don't really dig each other.
Yeah.
And this is what your kids are going to learn.
And they feel that.
Yeah.
This is how they're going to carry their relationships when they get older.
And they feel that.
Yeah.
And off of that, just going off of that, it was like we had the conversation in the pre-production,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt the other way. I felt at first we watched it and we spoke about it, and I was like, nah, you should just power through, man. You should just be together, like, fuck it, like, the kids see it. But then you said that, like, you're only going to teach your kids dysfunction.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had to harken back to raising, you know, I'm in the middle of raising the kid, and I raised the child already. They see that, and they learn more from what they see by what you tell them.
I mean, come on. That's the golden.
Right.
That's golden.
Yeah. So I had to, like, do a 180 just off of our
Sometimes-
conversation, because it was just like,
Reality.
you're right. You know what I mean?
Reality.
Mm.
Sometimes parents do better when they separated like that.
I think so. In certain
Sometimes.
situations, they
Big bro, I said sometimes. I'm not saying for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, well,
You know what I'm saying?
well,
If you got the will.
let's preface that you're making the best out of a bad situation.
It's not bad.
It's a bad situation.
No, it's not.
No, it's a better situation if you can raise your child with a nuclear family.
No, it's a better situation when you can raise your child in a nuclear family where everybody's on the same page.
Right. Yes.
That's when it's better.
Yes.
But it's also better when you're not together and you're living in separate homes and
Yeah.
everybody's on the same page.
Yes. 100%. Yes.
It pumps the same energy.
Yeah. Okay. we're
I
separate.
know folks that are you know, if you're around them, you know they're not together. They're living in the same house. But you can tell they have children, and I can tell. And I'm not even around these kids on a daily basis. I see them at functions here, functions there, and I feel like they see what's going on between their parents. And you get a little bit of the pushback here, pushback there, and you see the toxicity within the two people. Just like you know, these are people that were once in love, marriage, everything like that, but then they walk past each other like they don't know each other.
Yeah. Wow.
Don't say a word to each other. And I see it. You don't think the kids that live in the house with them,
Bless you.
that see them on a daily basis, see this?
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think what happens is kids, they start to normalize this type of behavior.
Absolutely.
And when they get into a relationship or they get into a marriage and they see, they're like, oh, this is what my mom and my pops did, so it's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean?
So you think all right. It's healthier for a kid to see their mother with another man in a healthy relationship than to see their mother and their father just pushing it through.
I think healthy is healthy, right?
Mm.
And you got to be accountable, right? So, excuse me. You know, if your mother is happy and she's with another man, then let's support that, right? Because happiness is infectious.
Yeah.
Right? And it spreads. True, real happiness.
Happiness is healthy.
True, real happiness is infectious and very healthy. I'm a type of person that I don't have to be in your situation to understand and feel your happiness and be happy for you as well. It's ignorance we talking about here. That's the word. It's fucking ignorance and a lack of happiness. You know how many people in relationships for circumstances and they are not fucking happy? That is the worst thing to do. Okay? You know how many people I know who grew up with both their parents in the household, biological parents, and grew up fucking miserable and hate their parents?
Because they hate each other.
Because they saw their parents hating each other.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right? But then I know people who parents weren't both in the same household and they got to spend time with daddy for a weekend and spend time with mom, and they grew up to be great individuals, well-rounded, and fucking has a grip on what true happiness looks and feels like.
Boss.
So we can't discriminate on nothing.
Yeah.
What you got to do is put the work in.
Right.
People keep making excuses and not holding themselves accountable. Hold your fucking self accountable. It's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Yeah. That's your best advice for young fathers right now?
My best advice.
You became a father at 19?
Yeah.
Right.
My best advice for fathers
what's
is.
the best advice for a 19-year-old father?
First and foremost, take it easy on yourself. You got a whole bunch of life to live. That's number one. Take it easy on yourself. Okay. Number two.
Cause that pressure is crazy, right?
Oh, you gotta relax.
Cause that pressure.
You gotta relax.
Yo, you feel like, dog. I became a father at 19, and yo, dog, I went out and got 3 jobs. Like I didn't know. I just thought, yo, I gotta be there for everything, and I gotta have money for everything.
You gotta relax.
Right.
And
what else you got?
And you need a support team. You need support. Yeah. You need support. And you need men giving you constant encouragement and advice on how to maneuver. Can't do it by yourself. If not a man, an auntie.
Something.
If not an auntie, a cousin. You need somebody giving you that encouragement that you need. Even at my age now, I have mentors. It doesn't stop. I need to learn what it feels like, to turn 50, 60, 70, 80. I feel like the blessing is in those conversations. You have those conversations with them older people, and it's like they birth you into older age now. Yeah. They give you the seal. Yeah. I'm 63 years old. This is what I had to do. I'm giving you information. And that grooms you to actually see yourself at 63. I work by trade, right? Because I'm an unemployed artist, right? So I have a 9 to 5. You know, I can't disclose that information fully, but I work with the youth. And one of my most important things that I do with the youth is not nowhere near punitive. It's informational, whether you want to hear it or not. Because a lot of these young buds are coming through and they have children and they got girlfriends and they're starting this early life and they don't have no tools. None. And trap music is not giving tools, man. I'm not hating on trap. I love trap. But it ain't giving the tools that they need to fucking handle their business. So it's up to me and you, G, Core, Mo, the enlightened ones, to step in and talk to your little brother. Offer him and his wife to come to dinner with you, his girlfriend, and you give them knowledge. A frustrated man or a woman lacks knowledge. That's what it really boils down to. We have to share this information. And in the black home, it's unfortunate, romance and finance is not spoken like it should. I knew kids, unmelanated kids who I went to school with who were very fortunate, my age, and they knew the dynamics of their parents' romance and they knew their father's fucking life insurance policy, and they knew how much the mortgage was. We lived in the hood, and we didn't even know how much the rent was. Right? We couldn't even have those conversations. So who's teaching us how to have healthy relationships is the question. If nobody's planting those seeds, how the fuck we gonna learn? Through Google, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok?
Yeah.
So we have to have these conversations. My daughter's going to college, right? I had a long conversation with her 2 days ago. The platform of the conversation wasn't finance. It was, hey, sweetheart, you need to start to develop a serious relationship with the higher power. Your mother ain't going to be there, and I'm not going to be there. You need to reach up to something more powerful and build a relationship with that higher energy so you can sustain yourself. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to have these uncomfortable conversations with our children, uncomfortable conversations with our family members, so we can empower them to make better choices and decisions. Most people I date, most people I get to know, they don't have answers. They're going out on a whim. They don't know shit about credit. They don't know shit about mortgages. They don't know shit about nothing but the basics. Barely the basics. But if we don't share this information, like this wonderful podcast here,
It's about
how
the jewels.
How are they going to get this information to be competitive in this world?
Right. Right. Last question, the question that we ask all our guests. Is marriage the goal?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Why?
Absolutely. Because honestly, that's the will of God.
Okay.
In my eyes, it's the will of God. That's the full circle. That's the circle of life. That's Lion King. That's your cipher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. What we talking about?
So when you're dating with the intention for marriage?
I never knew nothing about that.
Now,
yeah, of course. I'm looking for somebody that could. I first and foremost, I had to learn myself.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
I'm complex, and I'm an artist. I'm not easy.
Hours is crazy.
Fuck the hours, man. Hours is just. What about the way my mind works?
That's what I was about to say. The way your mind thinks. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What about the fact that I'm super domesticated?
You on your own? Yeah, because you said you live by
Listen,
yourself.
man, I need things man.
Like that?
Don't listen. My t-shirts had to be, my white tees that I wear under my clothes have to be folded a certain way, and it has to smell like bleach. Like I gotta smell it.
You gotta smell the bleach.
I gotta know and I'm putting it on and it's snug. It's touching my body different.
Yeah.
You dig?
If she can't handle that,
It ain't even about her with that. She
All right.
just gotta recognize that's just part of my mechanism.
right.
I don't need you to do it.
You don't even do it.
I need you to respect it.
Okay.
I've dated women that be like, nigga, you
Yo,
always ironing your
Wait, hold
clothes.
on. Let me cut that.
You-
I want
you-
to stop you there. That's a very important thing that I think can make a lot of relationships grow.
Yeah.
You think so?
That one thought is you
I heard-
might
I heard
no. You might
rebut something
you don't
like that, but go
have
ahead.
to do it, but you do have to respect it. It brings me back to this, right? My wife met me as an artist when we were children.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't need you to participate. I don't need you to even help me with it. But I do need you to understand that I'm going to need certain liberties to move forward, to keep moving forward, to keep being a leader, to keep being all the other things you need me to be.
Yeah.
Right? So now it could be as simple as I need my shirts folded this way. Okay, fine. I'm not asking you to fold my shirts, but I'd rather you leave my shirts than
Then
fold
fold them
my
that way.
shit some other way that you know I don't need
No,
it.
fuck that. What about just coming out the dryer and not folding it at all? And
Oh,
leaving
my-
my shit with
Oh,
permanent
my-
wrinkles. That shit fucks with my mind.
But no. The reason why that's important is because as an artist myself, or being a former artist, I understand how fragile those lines are. Those lines are, for instance, you guys now, Ronco, GB, you're moving now into the artist space. And each week, you guys are,
Yeah, we getting there.
you're getting there.
Yeah.
You're gonna see eventually over the next year or so how fragile the little things are, because those little things help you become,
Yeah.
greater on the camera, greater on the microphone, things of that nature. Like the average person is just going to work and coming home. They're not giving themselves to the public, and those things are important. Just had to exercise.